Hey, thanks for stopping by Moodog's Frugal RCs and more. Today we're going to be having a look at the MJX X Series X902 quadcopter. Got this at Amazon.com. I'll put a link in the description for you guys in case you're interested. And let's get started. Alright, before we get this box cracked open, let's just kind of go around the box itself. It's a pretty sturdy looking little box. On the top you have a diagram of the actual quadcopter, mjxtoys.com, the website. On the side of the box you have the MJX RC logo. On the back of the box you have the contents of the box, and it actually does a diagram of the remote and all of its functions here. This is a 6-axis gyro quadcopter. It's capable of 3D flips and rolls. You have a searchlight, which I believe is going to be just depicting that it does have LED lights on the bottom and also on the front. It comes with a USB charger. It is running 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and you have a 180 milliamp hour battery included in the package. The other side is just basically your MJX logo again. On the bottom of the box is just some barcodes and some other information about the company and things like that. Your CE, please recycle, all that type of stuff right there. So without further ado, let's get inside this thing. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here. Again, I mentioned before, this is a micro size or a small size quadcopter. I'm guessing probably similar to the size of, say, a Hubsan H104, X4 H107. I think that's the correct number, and I'll annotate that in case I mix that up. But a small Hubsan or something along those lines. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Okay, this is quite a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be just a little bit bigger than this, but it looks to be pretty well packaged. On the bottom we have some goodies. Let's see if I can get this off of here without too much struggle. There we go, there. And let's go ahead and get this apart, because I think the transmitter is underneath here, and yeah, it is. So the transmitter is underneath. We'll set the quadcopter out to the side for a minute and kind of take a look and see what we have here. So we are first greeted with a instruction manual. Now, MJX is pretty good as far as the Chinese to English translation, so you're not going to come across a lot of Chinglish in here. And true to form, nice, everything is big and well laid out. The font is clear. Not too many, you're not going to find a whole lot of misprints or misspellings. Maybe some of the verbiage might be goofy, but MJX, and generally speaking, is pretty decent with their Chinese to English translations. And this is completely in English. There is no other languages in here, which is really nice. And it does show a nice breakdown diagram of the quadcopter, and it does have a parts list and all the functions for troubleshooting, things like that. So very nicely done by MJX. I didn't expect any different. You also have a little bag of goodies here. Now, this is going to be pretty much standard for most quadcopters that you'll get today. This has, you have 4 replacement props, and you have a USB to, looks like a very small micro Molex type of connector for the battery, and then a USB to, this will go into the side of your computer, or this one actually could go into a phone wall wart, something like that. Let's go ahead and get this set aside here. And we have the transmitter. Transmitter, again, very, very tiny. This is going to take 3 AAA batteries, and on the back of the transmitter you can see that there is a screw that you need to remove to put the batteries in or to replace them, which is kind of a pain in the butt, seeing as though the goodie bag did not include a screwdriver, so keep that in mind. Functionality of this, pretty nice. You're looking at a button on the left top here, these paddle buttons. The one on the left here is for turning on and off your lights. You have a power indicator right here. You have trims on this side right here. You also have some more trims over here, and these are non-functional, I believe. Your on and off switch. This is not a altitude hold quadcopter. It's full manual, so you will notice that the throttle does not center itself. The throttle also doubles as a rate change, so you can hear the clicky sound there. This has two different rates, high and low. Your right hand controller here is your yaw. I'm sorry, your yaw is going to be on your left here. This is going to be your pitch and your roll. And on the right hand side, over on this side, you have a flip button. Pretty much straightforward, feels good in the hand. Very, very small, but seems to be easy to operate. I believe that this quadcopter would also use the same, you could also probably use the same transmitter that you would get with, say, an X902, which is the hexacopter, and I believe you'll increase the range on that. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you can use that in case anybody was wondering. So yeah, that seems pretty straightforward there. The quadcopter itself is packaged on this top little blister pack thing here. There's a little plastic housing. Let's go ahead and pull this out of here. Seems to be taped up pretty good. Okay, go there. That off to the side. This off to the side, and here is the quadcopter itself. Now, again, you'll notice I have normal size hands, probably medium size hands. You'll notice this is pretty small size. The body itself is pretty small. You'll notice you have two LEDs up in the front of the quadcopter. The battery is already on the bottom. You have LEDs in the front, or in the back, I believe, on the motor pods, or near the motor pods. This does have an on and off switch here, and I'll show you guys right here. This does have an on and off switch, a little bit hard to get to, so you may want to grab a nail, and there goes all my packaging. It's kind of windy out today. Let me go ahead and just grab this, set it over here, so I'm not littering my neighborhood. But you'll see that it does have an on and off switch, which I really like. A lot of times you get these smaller micro quadcopters and you're not provided an on and off switch. So basically, as soon as you plug this in, you're starting to drain power. So I'll go ahead and switch this on to kind of give you guys an idea what the LEDs look like. Again, it's a really bright sunny day here in southeastern Wisconsin, so you may or may not be able to see there are blue flashing lights on these prop arms right here. Nothing in the motor pods. I don't believe you'll be able to see that when it's flying at nighttime. I'll take that back. You can kind of see, because there are lenses that go the whole length of both of these prop arms. And then in the front of the quadcopter, you guys might be able to see it. There are flashing red LEDs where the eyeballs, I guess, would be. Build quality on this is very, very nice. There are mods that could be done. I've seen guys that take this canopy does remove, and I'll see if I can just pop that off right away here. Yeah, see, the canopy does come off of here. And what you can do with this is take this antenna and actually put a hole, drill a small hole in the top of the canopy, run the antenna through, and have a little bit better range, theoretically, that is. But that is nicely serviceable. Everything is, right there for you. And there is, inside the instruction manual, a kind of a breakdown or a blown up version of the quadcopter taken apart. So kind of cool. So I think for the money spent on something like this, and these are right around $20, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on where you buy them. And again, I'll put a link in the description. You guys can check it out. There may be a little bit more on Amazon. If you watch for deals, you might be able to get them on a flash deal or one of those types of things. So I think for the money, it's a pretty decent little package. All right, guys, so that about wraps it up. This is the MJX X902 quadcopter. Thank you guys for stopping by and taking a look at the video. I'm going to be doing some flight videos coming up on a lot of the quadcopters that I'm doing the unboxing and first impressions of. I thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks for stopping by. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks, and God bless the Republic.